Whoa, my glasses need to be cleaned. Oh, show. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Whoa, a microphone. Oh, a mic came out a little better. There we go. That is better. Much better. Welcome to the live stream. Ooh. Had a bit of a tangle there. And there. Got to keep up with it, man. Welcome to the live, everybody. Tap the like button. Subscribe to the channel. You don't catch it in time, but it knots up. How's everybody doing? Tap the like button. Appreciate y'all, as always. Subscribe to the channel. Benjamin, what's good, brother? And you have a wonderful day as well, Enchanted Phoenix. Hope you're doing good. Hope your son's doing good. We're about to get some snow here, potentially, overnight. It's much better. Hold on, I gotta wipe off my jacket. All right, it's good. Very good. Very good. Hello, Dragon. What's good? How's everybody feeling, man? As we get closer and closer to 2026, as we experience more and more. Rosie, welcome to the live, Rosie. How you doing? Nice to meet you. As we get closer and closer to the reveals, you know, the light is winning, as I always say. More and more disclosures are happening as we continue to ascend. And, you know, we're still on a positive timeline, y'all. Yes, we are. We're still on a positive timeline trajectory. And I know, you know, a lot of you may not think we are, you know, just by what's happening on the planet, what's happening all around us, but, you know, we are. Trust and believe we are. FX, Adrian K. How you doing? Yo, we did. I don't know if you guys got to see, man. We did me and Luna went live yesterday around 3:00. It was a lot of fun, man. We had a good time. If you guys haven't seen the live stream, man, definitely go back and watch it. it's up on the channel, and it was really, really fun. And I know you guys have been missing Luna, so yesterday was your opportunity. We pulled some cards for the collective. It was good time. It was good times. It was good times. I had a really good time. And well, what's my wish for 2026? For finally to have extraterrestrial contact. Henry Lawrence 007. What's good, brother? To have extraterrestrial contact, for humanity to finally realize their truth, their power, to reconnect our connection back to God, back to Source, so that we can realize how we're all one and connected, and all of us come together. And because listen, man, I know a lot of people think and say, no, somebody came on one of the lives the other day and said, no, you can't have light without dark. And I disagree with you. It's at a different level. I'm going to say I disagree, not in an argumentative way, but I'm going to disagree because yes, I've said it over and over again. And I just heard somebody confirm it in another way that I follow, that the planet's was hijacked over 12,000 years ago, which I've been saying for a very long time. There's no way that we should be going through suffering like we are, like on the levels that we are and we have been. There's no way that there should be such a big imbalance of wealth and abundance. There's no way that there's thousands of people that know the secrets, but they don't want to share it. All of these things don't make sense. And when they don't make sense, well, then you got to question it. And this individual that I follow really went in depth. He channeled and brought the information from the archives, and it coincides with a lot of things that I've read and other people have said as well. Greetings, Mr. D. What's good, brother? It coincides with a lot of what people have said, but and this is why a lot of people say, well, I don't understand why God doesn't step in and do this and do that. But the fact of the matter is, the way that this gentleman described it was that that the planet was hijacked, and that there's this dome that was created, or some kind of something which I've heard other people describe as like a dome around the earth, preventing you from actually completely leaving, and or connecting yourself back to Source. So that's why so many people don't remember who they are. They don't know why they're here. They don't know their purpose. There's so much control, and most people are under spells because why? Because their connection to Source has been severed. So this construct is falling apart and collapsing, and what is happening? The veil's getting thinner. We're having an easier time with our abilities and connecting with the other side. Why? Because, well, the construct is ending, which he says 2028. I've heard a lot of people say also 2030. And I've got around that time as well. So it's like a lot of us are kind of channeling the same information, so to speak, or maybe not exactly to the T, but it coincides. So we're going to move back to harmony, balance, sovereignty, peace, where everyone has enough and more, not the way that, but again, I understand a lot of society believes that, that you have to work hard for what you have, and you have to push, and it requires, blood, sweat, and tears. And the only way to grow is if you have pain and suffering. And I beg to differ with that. Yes, I've gone through that. I've gone through that my entire 47 years. Do I think that that's the way it's going to be going forward? No, because this construct is ending. The matrix as we know it. And interestingly enough, a friend that I did a podcast with several years ago, he even said on one of our podcasts, but we had a debate about it. I had to really break free of belief systems that I had because I was conditioned and programmed to believe that you have to suffer to go to the next level, which I don't agree with that now, and I don't think you have to. I don't believe you do. Essentially, like, you have to learn the hard way kind of thing. That's the way what we've believed because that's what they've taught us to believe. Stefan, what's good, brother? Hell yeah, I'm a truth seeker. I'm a freedom fighter. I'm a light worker. I'm a starseed. Yeah, man. I've been seeing visions of the new world since I was a little kid, since I woke up at 7 years old, my friend. And now people are just confirming what I've been seeing for 47 years. I've just had a lot of anger and frustration because I'm like, why is it taking so long? But, I understand that the collective has to, we're all one and we're all connected. So it's like a collective thing, And if the collective's not ready, it doesn't matter if 3 people are and 8,900,000 aren't. It don't matter. It's like everyone has to be ready to a certain degree. But yes, I am a truth seeker, a freedom fighter, someone that walks the path less traveled. I create new pathways. I'm here to lead the lost home. I'm here to usher in and cultivate the new earth. I'm standing at the gates of the new earth, welcoming everyone in and giving you your instruction manual and taking your tickets at the door. I'm like the ticket man at the door, Listen, man, trust me, I have spread this information to as many people as I humanly possibly could. I try to tell everyone and everything and every person, yeah, man, hey, man, this is what I came here for. I'm going to share my knowledge and information to as many people as I can. I will not stop because I see the visions and I know what's coming. And we have different levels, we have different timelines that are coming. We have fourth dimension, we have fifth dimension, we have still levels of the third dimension that are collapsing and crumbling, which will be no more. And there will be no more suffering in the fourth and fifth dimension and beyond. Because we don't have disease, we and won't have it. It's just we've had all of this because the planet has been hijacked. And I knew this a long time ago, but it's just been more and more confirmed what I've suspected. And it's almost like they're like intercepting everything, and they just want us as far disconnected from source as we possibly can be. And religion is one of the most corrupted aspects that they've infiltrated thousands of years ago, and manipulated and, did everything humanly possible to, well, try to keep us from source, from God, from our connection to source. And it's despicable, and I don't even know how anyone could like come from that place or be that like not non-heart centered, like to witness all the things that have been going on that a lot of us don't know yet, that will be disclosed this year and next year and beyond. I don't even know how it's even possible to be that dark, but apparently it's possible, so it's like I just continue to remind myself and remember that that I'm here to teach. I'm here to help people to remember who they are, why they're here, because the veil's thinning, and we're going to remember, and it's going to be very soon. Like this month, people are going to start waking up and being like, "Oh my God, I remember this past life I had. Oh my God, I remember this situation that happened. Oh my God, I remember this." And then your psychic abilities are going to be activated. Joey, what's good, brother? So, it's happening. And the things that are needing to be revealed are going to be revealed, because it's time that people start seeing what has been happening underneath our noses. How the kids have been dealt with, how the systems, the medical system, the financial systems, just everything, man, how corrupt it is. You can totally ret. Some people just don't understand. It's hard knowing the truth and being so in tune, and people just call us crazy. Yeah, I know, but I don't care. I don't care. I've gotten to the point, trouble, where, man, my dad showed me. My dad, like, I talk about his story. Relate, yeah. I mean, if you're a light worker and you're a starseed, let me tell you what, man, you can relate to what I'm talking about, because you are the same. And you came here and you feel like you don't belong, and you feel like you're the black sheep, and you feel like you don't fit into anything, and nothing makes sense, and you can't even keep a job because you don't want people telling you what to do. And this is all part of a starseed light worker's journey here, the hero's journey. This is what we came here to do, is fight against the systems, is walk away from them. Like, you need the people that are going to, like, listen, man, if everyone just conformed and went and got a job and did all the things that they want you to do so they can control and keep you in fear, then we would never change anything. And we probably end up just becoming extinct. But it's people like you and me who came here to break free of these systems and these constructs and these chains that we've been in for 12,000 years. They hijacked this planet over 12,000 years ago. And that's how long it's been. We've been under this spell, under this control. And now humanity is realizing it and breaking free of it. And the veil is thinning, and they can't stop it. And they know that. And they know by either 2028, between now and 2028 is what I'm hearing now. So apparently humanity is really starting to wake up faster, because it was around 2030 is when I heard. Now it's 26 to 28 where the construct is completely going to collapse. Okay? And we're going to go on to these higher timelines, the fourth, the fifth, and higher. And if you're in the fifth dimension, if you go to the fifth dimensional Earth, you won't need med beds. You won't need any of these technologies, because you can heal yourself within. Okay? If you're still in the fourth, which a lot of people will go to the fourth, you're going to use med beds. You're going to use technologies like that. And the third, yes, there still will be a third until it fully collapses. But from what I've heard, 2028. Never give up. I don't, man. I will never give up. I came here to fight the fight. I came here to fight the good fight. And we're in a spiritual battle. the light against the dark. And I know a lot of people come on here and they talk about, well, you can't have light without dark. Yes, you can. And you will. And we will. And we will have heaven on earth. Eden. It will be. And if you don't think it will and you don't believe it will, then you're going to just leave the planet. And you go to this lower timeline, which is the dystopian timeline, which I talked about, which will go on for 1,000 more years, which every soul has already chosen what timeline they're taking. And if you haven't already, then your soul has chosen from an unconscious place. I know that. I've said I want a fifth dimensional relationship. I'm ready for the 5D new earth. I'm skipping the fourth and going straight to the fifth. I know it's deep down. Not everybody's going to be able to come with you. Not everybody will come with you. And that's okay. They have their opportunity. They will at some point. Maybe when they're on that 1,000-year dystopian timeline, where it's all dark, maybe at that point they'll realize it and they'll come along for the ride. But I'll never give up, man. Never give up, even though the empathy we feel for everyone hurts so bad. I hate to see people with closed eyes that just refuse to listen. Yeah, but you know what? Don't ever forget that you're planting seeds. You're always planting seeds. And then those seeds will flourish. Hi, brother. We in the UK are freedom fighters. And yes, more freedom fighters on the channel. Yes. Subscribe to the channel. Hell yeah. Hi, brother. In UK, we are freedom fighters, protesters against the bad Labour Party government. Starmer, the British Prime Minister, the British Labour Party government, are WEF members. Well, you know what? Like I said, man, a lot of us cannot be a part of these systems, we don't fit in, and we never have since we came on this planet. And that was intentional. Your soul chose that intentionally so that you can see. This is what I have to say. We're all, like any one of you that are freedom fighters, Jedis, light workers, star seeds, man, we came here to disrupt and dismantle everything. Okay? That's why you're here. That's your purpose. That's a big reason you're here. Stephen, we get rid of. Nah, man. See, here's the thing, man. Don't ever lose hope. Additional jargon, because listen, man, the right ones are being put in position by the galactic councils. Okay? Not only by the galactic councils, but by our higher selves. Everything is happening perfectly, man. This thing is unfolding so perfectly. We just all got to get out of the way. We have to trust the process, and we have to trust what's unfolding. And if you don't fit into these systems, into your family dynamic, and just trust it, because there's a reason. Because you're meant to disrupt and dismantle. You're the black sheep, man. And take and accept that title proudly, because man, it is a gift to be in the position we're in and to be awake and aware. I'd rather be awake and aware and not able to fit into the systems than fit into the systems and be under a spell and be taking prescription stuff and be controlled and in fear, right? Because I was for a big gap of my existence here. And it was like I was blindfolded, banging into walls, like majority of us. Lost, confused, not understanding why none of this shit makes sense to you. Not understanding why is there suffering going on when there's a God, right? But there's a reason, because it goes back to the planet has been hijacked for over 12,000 years. And as I said, I've heard this from a multitude of people, which coincides with my own downloads and information I've gotten, which is a dome has been put around the planet just to disconnect us from source. Because if we were all connected to source and we had that connection straight to God, to source, forget it, man. You know how powerful you would be if you remember everything and didn't forget, which is what is occurring right now and what will occur, which is a big part of that 3-eye atlas that's here. That's transforming everything. That's creating the veil to be completely gone so we can connect to the other side, and our gifts and abilities get activated, and our 12 to 15 strands of DNA activate. There's reasons for everything, man. There's a purpose for it unfolding the way it is. So on the GATE program, well, I don't know what you mean by that, Stefan. What is the GATE program? Of course, man, I have my faith in, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I talk about it all the time. I'm not religious. I talked earlier in the beginning of this live stream about religion and how that was hijacked thousands of years ago. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's normal trouble. I mean, we all have. We all have felt. We've all felt that we don't belong here because we don't fit into any of this craziness. I might have to mute it for a moment because I don't know if he's coming over here or over there. Oh yeah, hold on a second, guys. All right. Um, trouble. I mean, I felt that way my entire life. I'm 47 now, and I was 7. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I hope you follow me and Luna on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. Even I hope you join our school membership platform, because that's where we all come together and we can talk about things we can't talk about on social media. Plus, we have tons of stuff to help, and you at least feel like you're with your family, Nobody understands, and it's hard. It is hard. I can't deny it. Uh, Believe me, I've been told all kinds of things. You have no idea. Probably similar, oh, you can't talk about that. You're going to be put in a straitjacket in a mental institution. Oh, you're from another planet. I've heard it all, I had to suppress a lot of it when I was a kid because, I was seeing things that nobody else was. And I had visions of this new earth when I was a kid, and all the systems like the government and everything else looked like it was. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? I even knew when I was a kid, when I was walking on the streets, that the sewer holes, there was things going on in those sewer holes under us, under our feet, but I couldn't pinpoint it, and no one would listen to me when I was a little kid, So what did I do? I turned to drugs, I turned to alcohol, I partied, I tried to fit in those ways, pornography, everything, So I've been there. I've been there. Believe me, I know exactly what you're talking about, and we have a lot coming, trouble on this channel, and we're building this membership platform. As I said, it's only $26 a month for the two of us, me and Luna, and we're going to have prayer circles, and we're going to have drumming, singing circles. We have Zoom calls where we all meet on Zoom together. You can meet people around the world. This is what we're creating. But next year, I'm starting a podcast on this channel with a new one, with a group of people that we are so opposing sides. You guys are going to be blown away and mind blown when this. We're not gonna. We're starting it probably in January. We're gonna wait till after the holidays and everything, because people are like real busy in December and New Year's and stuff, and plus there's going to be a lot unraveling this month that we're going to be going through, the days of darkness when they pull the plug on the internet and everything else. There's a lot disclosures, so it's going to be better. We're gonna postpone it till January, and then we're going to start it. So make sure you're subscribed, because we're going to go down some rabbit holes on that podcast. Yeah, hell yeah, man. I try as much as I can, and I'm here to serve just like Luna is. And, I just want to change the planet. I want to live in harmony and peace and balance. And, it's time that we begin to start looking at what has been going on, instead of turning our heads and being like, no, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to know what they're putting in my food. I don't want to know what they're doing when I go to the doctor. I just want to take this pill because it, gets rid of the whatever I'm experiencing, instead of getting actually to the root cause of whatever you're experiencing. Like, I know for me, I want to get to the root cause, whatever it is. I don't want to band-aid anything, because one day that band-aid will come off, and these systems, they just want to band-aid everything. And that's why everything is falling apart and collapsing, because they can't put any more band-aids on anything any longer. Sandra, what's good? Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. They can't band-aid it any longer. And the band-aids are like ripping at the seams. And that's what you're seeing all around us, the collapse of everything. Yeah, the truth is coming. We're going to have contact with extraterrestrials, like actual contact. Like the fifth dimension is going to be like, we're going to be walking around on the new Earth, the 5D new Earth. We're going to be walking around doing things with higher dimensional beings, with fairies, with unicorns. Like, they're going to be there with us. It's going to be a very different place than we're living in currently. Yeah, that's another one. Stop eating high fructose corn syrup. Yes, David, 1000%. And you're seeing more and more people. They're fasting. They're, they want to better themselves. They want to, because people are starting to realize that when they change, That's how you change the world. By you changing, by you making the changes. And yeah, it's not easy, man. It definitely isn't. And we signed up for this, and we chose to be here. And we're here to disrupt and dismantle everything. And I love it. And the times we're living in are amazing. And it's just a matter of time, man, where we're going to be in this beautiful new earth where we won't have disease. We're going to be free of disease. We're going to be free of, greed and corruption and everything else, man. People will literally, we're going back to living in harmony with the earth and the planet, and being in touch and in tune with ourselves, with our bodies. And if we wanted to live 1,000 years, we will. If we choose to leave, we'll leave. If we choose to come back, we'll come back. And we don't have to worry about forgetting because the veil is lifting. And that's a big part of 3i Atlas, is assisting in all of it. So all I always say, man, is just get ready, man, because we're in some really interesting times. And this all has to happen in order for us to create and cultivate the new earth. I do look like or Jesus looks like me. Did you ever think about that, Karen? Um, that's the whole thing. We we have to see beyond what we've experienced for our entire life being here. We have to we have to trust that God has a plan, and the planet being hijacked for 12,000 years is coming to an end, and we're going to be fully connected to source. Yeah, it's lost now, but it won't be lost for too much longer, man. There's a big awakening happening, James, and you have to look beyond what you see in the mainstream news and what they're telling you. It is not all bad, and it won't be. And the higher dimensional beings and the councils and all of this are not going to allow this experiment to end. Yeah, well, you're an old soul, my friend. Grand Rising, Miss Simmons. You're an old soul, brother. That's good, man. You know? But let me tell you what, man. Very soon you're going to have access to the med beds where you're going to anti-age. Very soon you're going to have access, if you choose to go to the 5D, you're going to have access to healing yourself. You're going to have access to all your abilities. You're going to remember where you came from. You're going to remember your real true purpose. All these things are coming, man. They're all coming. You have to hold that hope. You can't let go of the hope. Well, I've been hearing way sooner than that. I've been hearing between like December. Is 3i Atlas is playing a big role in activating a lot of people. I'm not saying everybody, this is going to be everybody, but there's going to be a large majority that in the month of December, they're going to remember. They're going to have their abilities activated. But the construct of the matrix as we know it is supposed to be, yeah, oh yeah, definitely from 2012. Yes, you're right. The construct as we know it is ending in 2028, which is sooner than it was supposed to be, which was 2030. So that's positive, because that just means that humanity is moving faster and waking up faster. Hi, brother. We look rap music songs as a freedom fighter, protester. Oh yeah, I know who he is. I've heard of him on Instagram. Stefan. Yeah, amazing. We love him with the music songs. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Tom McDonald. He's definitely, he pushes against everything. I've seen him on Instagram. Well, hope keeps you optimistic. It keeps you optimistic. It keeps you pushing forward. That's all. You don't just sit back and like hope and wish, but the hope keeps you going forward, you know? Yeah, the veil's thinning every single day, man. And very soon, 2028, from what I'm hearing, is going to be the end of this construct. If everything continues in the way that it's going, we're going to have three timelines to choose from. And the fourth, the fifth, and the third. But the third is going to be completely abolished soon. And like I said, the planet was hijacked over 12,000 years ago. So they've kept us in this spell for over 12,000 years, controlling everything, controlling religion. And it all started with religion. Well, that's the thing. As of right now, there's select people that can actually connect to God, connect to source, like fully connect. But that's changing rapidly because more and more of us are plugging back into source. And as we do, the veil is going to completely vanish. And we're going to remember who we are. We're going to remember why we're here. We're going to remember our gifts and our abilities even more amplified than they already are or have been. We're going to we're going to realize we can heal ourselves. We're going to realize how powerful we are. You know, all of these things are happening as we speak. Yeah, it's going to be peace on earth. It's going to be Eden. It's going to be heaven on earth, you know? And you've got to let go of, oh, there's all this stuff going on in the mainstream media. They're talking about this and that. And no, that's all part of the disruption and dismantling of everything, which all of us on here right now are here to do. We're here to disrupt and dismantle everything. And that's exactly why you don't fit in. That's exactly why nothing makes sense to you. That's exactly why you've been walking around your entire life like you're the only man on earth or only woman on earth. You're a black sheep. It's because you came here to disrupt this whole thing and take it down. Have hope in God. Oh, yeah. Uh, Going forward based on realistic goals and results, I can't see how hope connected to it. Well, it's just the feeling, the hope. The hope is a feeling that helps you to continue to move forward. If you didn't have hope, then it's not, it's almost like hope is like a motivation to keep you moving forward, to really, to be like, okay, I see these visions of this beautiful new earth. And I know that these visions are not just a fantasy and they're not just sci fi. I know that they're visions of what is to come. That keeps you hope, that keeps you motivated to keep going, to wake up every day and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing this for. You get what I'm saying? That's what it's for. Um, it's very difficult when you hear him and nobody around you seems to hear it. It's hard. Yeah, of course, of course. But you know what? That's changing. No, you know why, and you know what's so beautiful about it, and what is confirmation that you're able to talk about this on this live right here, right now with me. When 15, 20 years ago, you couldn't even speak about that, how you were feeling. You had to suppress it. And then you're on here with all these other light workers and Jedis and star seeds that are going through the same thing you are, regressor. And you're like, okay, well, I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. More people are going through the same thing I am. You know what I mean? That gives you hope. What is your opinion on the Illuminati card game that seems to predict everything that's happening? How could they know? Well, I'll tell you how they know. There's a technology called the looking glass technology. And a lot of these higher dimensional beings and a lot of these, you know, billionaires and people that are shape shifting into where they look like they're just a human, but they're actually like a reptilian or a Draco or something. They can shape shift. They can look like a Gates or a Bezo. Okay. And then they have a technology called looking glass, which they can see the future. Of course, it can change depending um, on humanity and where humanity's at and how we're pendulating. Of course, it can change, but they get a good idea, and they can very well. Oh, there is reptilian people, man, but they look like humans because they can shapeshift, bro. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it is, John. The Vedas. I really want to get more into the Vedas. Um, it intrigues me with what they have in there. Oh, it's possible. You know who had access to the looking glass? Why do you think Simpsons are able to predict everything or a lot of it? Why do you think majority of the Simpsons show, the guy that wrote the Simpsons show, actually had access to looking glass technology? Yeah, exactly, Miss Simmons. You would be hung back in the day. That's what I mean. So this is like this is confirmation as to where we are, that we're able to actually talk about this with amongst each other. Because when I was young in my 20s, man, I walked around thinking I'm literally the only person thinking these things. And I couldn't talk to nobody. And if I did come across somebody and I started to, they thought I was crazy. And like I said, they said, you better watch out. My dad would tell me, you better watch out. Like, you can't speak of these things. You will get locked up. It was the same thing like people that found cures. What happened to them? They disappeared. And my dad knew this in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s. It's possible, man. There's a thing called shape shifting, and there's a lot of beings walking around that are not even human, and they shape shift. Um, why don't I think what is a coincidence? I'm not sure what. Oh, you mean about like being able to predict that well? Because it's not. Because the veil is has been. I mean, we came down here and there's only a select few that actually remember everything, like Jesus did. Yeah, Grace too, John. You're right. Um, yeah, he went to mystery schools. He had Baba G, or not Baba G. Yeah, maybe it was Baba G. Yeah, Baba G was one of his mentors. Um, and on top of it, Jesus came in with all strands of DNA activated. Why do you? And he was connected straight to source. He didn't. He did. He wasn't unplugged from source. That's why he was able to learn how to turn water to wine and all those things that he did because he wasn't unplugged. Oh, without a doubt. And not only did he do that, but there was places all around the world that he got activated from. you know, and knowledge downloaded into him. But he also had some really powerful masters around him that were training him and teaching him, as well. Yeah, he was taught how to manipulate energy, without no question about it. Yeah. But all of us, because of this planet being hijacked 12,000 years ago, our memories were wiped. Every single one of us. Some more than others. Yeah, he did. But the thing is, they found a way to unplug us from it. And now we're finding our way back home to plug back into source. Prediction is what separates us from animals. Data is becoming the most valuable commodity, for it's a predictive value. However, only unconscious drives conscious through, not as easy to predict. Yeah. Well, it also has to do with the veil being in place. But once the veil is completely gone and disposed of, we won't forget. And we'll be able to stay here and leave and come back and remember everything. We won't have to go through the veil anymore when we want to come to Earth, which is the veil of forgetfulness. You were never sure about shapeshifters, but now I can't help but believe there are too many signs, but only for the ones that choose to see. Exactly. And if you open your third eye and you start viewing things from your third eye, meaning cleansing your pineal gland, because keep in mind, they've kept us, they've calcified our pineal gland and third eye by fluoride, and make sure you're not taking anything with fluoride. Make sure you're detoxing, you know, and the more that you do that, the more that you practice going into like the Akashic records and visualizing and different things of that nature, your third eye will break wide open, and trust and believe you'll start seeing things way differently, and you'll see right through people. And trust me, there's a lot of Draco and reptilians walking around that look like your friends and family. What's good? CYUH 468. What's good, cuz? And everybody, please tap the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. Um, I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate each and every one of you, man. And if you took a dive into blood types, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know who talks a lot about that? Ishmael, Miss Simmons. I think you said you follow him, right? Ishmael Perez, the O and yeah, O type, and yeah, he speaks a lot about blood types. I think you said you follow him. Yeah, me too. Trust me. Well, I mean, that's why you're one of those, you know. And just so you know, Miss Simmons, I'm gonna just tell you that I had a meeting with Monique this week, and I'm gonna be posting a short 10-minute clip in which I know you're gonna have no problem with it. But I'm gonna be posting because there's 4 people that are right now involved in our podcast that we're going to be starting. You haven't forgotten, right? Um, I'm going to be posting, I'm editing it right now, and I'm going to be posting a BQH session but it's only a 10-minute clip. And we're all going to talk about it in the group on Telegram. But I spoke to Monique this week, and we're postponing everything till January. Well, we're not going to be meeting probably. We potentially will do our first one in January because, it's all the holidays right now and people are really busy. So Monique was saying, why don't we meet up in January? We're going to meet like the second week in January, me and her. And then I'm going to organize a meeting for all of us, me, you, and 2 other people to meet on Zoom and we'll talk. Okay. So just stay tuned for a 10-minute clip that I'm going to post in the group. And then we're all going to discuss it in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. So don't think I forgot. I haven't forgot. Believe me. This podcast is going to be fire because we have someone that's a doctor and religious that's going to be on the podcast. So trust and believe there's a lot of opposing sides, and we're going to have a really fun and interesting conversations on these podcasts with some interesting people, with some interesting beliefs. And, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So get ready. That's just a little teaser for you guys. What's coming in 2026 here on YouTube on this channel, and what me and Luna are bringing forward. So you guys are going to be really blown away the things we're going to bring to you all. Yeah, that's what's going to be fun about it. I see through people just by looking in their eyes. Sometimes they discuss is pretty good, but they always break character eventually. Oh yeah, and you're going to see more of it because December is going to be all about authenticity. Yeah, this podcast that's coming, you guys are going to it's going to knock your socks off. And Brizzle is going to be a part of it. She's involved in it. It's going to knock your guys' socks off. We have some really powerful masters that are going to be a part of this podcast. Me, Brizzle, and 2 other people that you guys haven't even met yet. It is going to knock your socks off, the stuff we're going to talk about. So just get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to really question your belief systems. It's going to really get you to really think and have to look, really, really look. And that's not only for us, but the way 2026 is headed, man, with the things that are going to be disclosed. Yeah, just get ready. It's going to be a roller coaster. Yeah, it's going to knock your socks off, the podcast. Some of it we may have to clip and put in our community because I don't know if we're going to be able to post everything because we'll have to see how things go. If these platforms stop censoring as much as they are, then we can post it. If they're still doing it come 2026, then yeah, we're going to have to be mindful of what we post. Yeah, because of guidelines, exactly. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, trouble, it's a gift. And your gift is only going to get even more amplified and enhanced coming this month. 3i Atlas is assisting in that. Not only is that assisting in it, but the sun and everything that the sun is giving us, the activations and codes, just everything in general, the way we're moving forward, man. Once that veil fully lifts, forget it. And everybody, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all, and follow us on all social media platforms. We now got like 56 followers on Facebook. So trouble, if you have Facebook, I really would appreciate you following us on Facebook. We need another 40 something followers to go live on Facebook. Me and Luna really want to go live on Facebook, but we have to get to 100 followers. And being the fact we're having kind of it's taken us quite some time just to get to 100. I don't post on there as often. I'm not really a regular user of Facebook, but I really want to start going live on there as well. So please follow us, y'all. If you have Facebook, look up Daren and Luna's New Earth School, Rip into Light. You'll find on there's 56 followers right now. Please share it out to as many people as you can so we can get to 100. That's not weird or odd. I mean, I saw that like in 2017 that happened to me. And I was walking through the stores when I hit rock bottom in 2017. And I started seeing shadow people. I even saw people with no body. They were just auras. They were just like souls walking around. Yeah, I did the same thing, Trouble. I drank, I did drugs, I excessively watched porn. I can go on and on. I will sub on Facebook. Thank you. I appreciate it. And please share it out too. And sub on Instagram and sub on TikTok if you have any of those too. We're on every platform. We're even on Twitch and we're on Rumble. And everything is at Daren and Luna, the same as YouTube's handle. Yeah, please follow us there. Please share it out too. We need to get these live streams and these videos and everything out to more people so we can wake more people up to the truth and to remember who they are. Because this channel is all about, and what me and Luna are doing, it's all about assisting humanity and remembering who they are, why they're here, and what they came here to do. So essentially waking people up to the truth and to self-empower themselves. That's what our purpose is. I don't use anything other than YouTube. I shy away from social media. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, I do too, and I don't really use any of these things. I mainly use YouTube as well, but we do use TikTok and Instagram and Facebook to post to get more people to follow us so we can wake more people up. So it's like the more people we can share these videos out, the channel to our other channels, the better off. And, you know, the quicker we move into the new earth, the quicker people wake up and start realizing that you've been under a spell, that you've been tricked, that you've been lied to, the corruption, the greed, the manipulation, the control and the fear tactics, all of it. That's what all of these things have been created for, to just so that these beings, these dark energies could feed off of, because you're it's almost like you're essentially food to them and they're just feeding off of you. So it's important to get these messages out to wake people up. Yeah, it really does. It really does, Brizzle. 1000%. Yeah, don't worry about it, Trouble. Don't listen to what they're just trolling, man. Don't pay no mind to it, man. Don't pay no mind to it. They haven't realized, they haven't woke up yet. It's fine. Let them be where they are. And you're not. You're normal like anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, there's bots and there's trolls and they're going to make you feel like you're crazy and you're losing your mind, but you're not. Okay? There is fairies and there's gnomes and there's Bigfoot and there's you know, angels and guides and unicorns and everything, man. It all exists. It's all here. Again, We're just so low. We're at so low of a vibration and frequency that's why not everyone is seeing it. Just like some of us see spaceships and most don't. You know, some of us go up to the Galactic Federation and others don't because of their vibration and frequency. And that's all purposefully done to keep you at a low frequency and a low vibration so you can be in fear and easily controlled. No, they're not. They're not because you know what? You know why? Because we've been conditioned and programmed to ignore and turn a blind eye to everything. Oh, I don't want to know what's in my food. Oh, I don't want to know what they're doing in the medical system when I go there. I don't want to know what I'm taking in this pill that I'm putting in my body that temporarily takes the pain away. Okay? They don't want to know because they just want a quick, easy fix. They don't want to get to the root cause. They don't want to actually get a resolution. They just want a quick fix. Oh, I have this headache. I want to take this Tylenol. I don't know and I don't care what it is and what it does to me. I just take it because from what I just take it because it helps the pain go away. And yeah, I've heard similar things, Brizzle, but I've gone up to the Galactic Federation and there's different galactic federations. There's the Galactic Federation of Worlds, there's the Galactic Federation Alliance. And yes, I've heard Ishmael Perez talk about the Galactic Federation has been infiltrated. Okay? I don't know if I fully resonate with that. I'm going to be honest. Because I have gone up to the Galactic Federation and I saw you know how we're multi-dimensional beings. I've seen myself on the ship. I've gone and visited the ship. And I'm simultaneously working on the ship, projecting from the ship here. Yeah. The guy that and he has a kind of a funny name, so I'm going to say his name, but he would always stand there with his hands behind his back, waiting for me to come up there. And then one day I sat outside. Normally I don't sit outside at that time. I'm usually inside eating dinner at that time. I'm sitting in my car, and all of a sudden I look up and there's a spaceship in the sky right above me. And they showed it to me at the time intentionally because I didn't believe that I was actually going up to the ship. But I saw my soul leave my body and go up to the ship. And I met this guy named Fritz who was at the doorway to the ship. And then he took me inside and showed me around. And there's these rooms in the ship where they bring humans up there to work on them, to heal them. And then they come back, they bring them back down. So I saw like different rooms. I could see Earth from the ship. So essentially the ship is like right outside of Earth, hovering. But this ship I saw above me, that they literally saw in daylight, I saw it. And then if I go out at like 3, 4 in the morning, they're always up above my house. Yeah, yeah. Well, Luna sees orbs all the time. But I always seen it like it was hovering and then it went like this and it just went straight up like this. And it had like lights below the door, the trap door that opened up where you go into. You could see the dots around it. It was like a circular door and it had like lights around it. And I could see it just sitting there hovering. And I'm like, no plane is going to fly that way. No helicopter, no nothing, not even a drone. And it would just sat there, and then it went like this, and it went shh, went up into the clouds and just disappeared. And I was told, no, it definitely wasn't DARPA. No. I know, I see DARPA all the time. It definitely wasn't DARPA. But they told me afterwards when I went up to the ship, they said that was the ship that they take me into. They wanted me to see it physically so that I would believe it as to where I was going every day. But basically, I would go up to the ship willingly, and then he would show me around. And I saw a lot of people that are here that I've worked with that are in the ship with these full body suits like women wear that zip completely up. If you know what I'm talking about, they're like skin tight and they zip up. That's the type of outfit they wear or we wear in the ship. And they showed me the control room, and they showed me the rooms on there. Like each room is where they take us so that they can work on us for positive reasons, not yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say that word though on here, Ralph. You got to be mindful of certain things we say. You know what I mean? But I know what you're talking about, and believe me, there's ice walls that there's a lot of things happening on the other side of. Let's just say that will be revealed. And one of the biggest things that is going to be a huge wake up call for humanity very, very soon is the Vatican. Yeah, inner Earth, but the Vatican and what the Vatican's been doing for 12,000 years. Oh my God. People are going to their jaws are going to drop when they start hearing what they've been doing. I saw an orb after my mom passed. No, it's all right, man. I'm just not going to repeat it out loud. That's all. Um, that's all. It's cool. Don't worry about it, Ralph. It's all good, man. I just won't. Some things, if you say it, I won't speak it out loud. Is the thing. You know what I mean? Because if they didn't want it, they would have blocked your comment. Because I've had a lot of people come on here and they type stuff and it disappears. So it didn't disappear. So it's okay. I just won't repeat it out loud. I saw an orb after my mom passed. It was in the trees and it bounced around after about 10 minutes. I know our soul lives forever. Oh, it does. Trouble, it does, man. That's what we're going to find out, that death is an illusion. It's not real, but they've made us fear death. When in actuality, you're just going on to, like, your soul is graduating. That's really essentially what it is. Your soul did everything that it wanted to do, and then it was time for it to go. And that's when our time is up. But that's changing because, as I said in the beginning of this stream, the planet has been hijacked for 12,000 years. Okay? And they've put like a dome around, let's just say it's a dome around it. Okay? Preventing us from connecting to source. And then hijacking it to the point where we're basically enslaved and controlled and in fear. And then they've just programmed us. But if we were connected to source, like we were plugged in, man, you couldn't be programmed. You wouldn't be in fear. You wouldn't be easily controlled. Like you'd have all your gifts and abilities. You'd know who you are. You know why you came here. All of it. Yeah, the lowest, the most dense. Exactly. But that's changing because we're moving into the fourth and fifth and higher. Your friend was dead for about 5 minutes. He was outside his body, hovering over the ambulance that was transporting him. Oh, that's so cool. And then what happened? He came back and told you, I'm assuming. And please, Ralph, subscribe to the channel, brother. I know you seem like a new freedom fighter. We're gonna call all of you freedom fighters. That's the new. That's the new. That's what we're gonna call everybody on this channel. We're all freedom fighters. Instead of me using the term light worker and starseed, we are all freedom fighters. That is our new name. Yeah, new term with old meaning. Exactly. So we're the freedom fighter tribe. I love it. I love it. It's perfect, man. Me and Luna were actually trying to get the term for our community, our like everyone that's going to join our school membership. And then when we build the communities all around the world, the healing centers and the school that we're going to teach people how to use their gifts and everything, we're now going to call them freedom. I have to run it by Luna, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be okay with it. And we're going to call everyone freedom. We're the freedom fighter team. Sounds great. Yes. He told me about he was in total disbelief because he thought dead meant the ultimate end. Yeah, yeah. I see. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. They've taught us to fear death and to fear God intentionally. Why? Because what happens if you fear death and you start getting older? And then they kind of look at that. It's 11:11 on the. We have 11 people and 11 likes. What do you think happens? Every single thing is done to keep you in a low frequency and a low vibration, because when you're in a low frequency and a low vibration, your consciousness will not expand. Okay. And you will have limited options available to you. So you'll end up in the medical having, like my grandmother, her legs cut off. You'll end up like my grandfather, who the doctor was drinking and did surgery at 2 a.m. and cut the wrong organ and he died. So when you're at a low vibration and frequency, you end up in all these situations that potentially, you know, will end your life or cause chaos in your life, which keeps you in a low frequency, which keeps you in lack, which keeps you suffering, and then keeps you in control and fear. Then you got anxiety, then you got depression, then you need prescription drugs. The list goes on and on. You just continually stay in the system. It's the whole point, so that you can keep putting money in their pockets. I mean, that's the point of it all. So if they can find ways to keep you in low frequencies and low vibrations, then you're in fear. So it's like the mainstream media, what they talk about on there. What does it do? It keeps you in a low frequency and low vibration, so you're in fear and easily controlled. Yeah, well, that's another one, Brizzle. That whole thing, I really truly believe, was put out to get people to argue and fight, to create separation and divide. Well, because what is it doing? You have the people that believe it's flat going against the people that think it's round. And they're fighting and arguing, which keeps them separate, which keeps them in fear and controlled, right? I mean, same thing like sports, same thing like politics. It all keeps people on opposing sides to get really angry and to rage and to fight and to be separate and divided. Religion, I mean, I can go on and on, all the things that keep you in divide and separation. Yeah, but that has no bearing on it, Mud. That's not the point. That's fine if there is, but it keeps people arguing and fighting and in separation and divide. They don't actually talk it out like we do here on this channel. They don't actually like have a respectful conversation about it. They're fighting about it. I've been in those groups that people are talking about flat earth and round earth, and they fight and they say really nasty things to each other and they downgrade one another. If you have an opinion, they threaten you and they want to take you outside and beat you up. So where is that healthy? It's not. So okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know who you're referring to. If you're referring to me, Mud, I don't really know, but I'm telling you, all these systems are created to get people arguing and fighting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. Oh, not me. Oh, okay, okay. There's nothing wrong with. I don't have. listen, man, I'm open to listening to everything. I want to hear everybody's side, but from a healthy place. Like, I want to have a discussion with you about flat earth and hear what you have to say about it, and round earth. You know what I'm saying? But like, health in a healthy way, not yelling and screaming and turning red and wanting to choke someone out over their opinion. You know, you just never know when you can learn something from somebody, even if they disagree with you. And it's a good thing to have people disagree. It's healthy. But the way that they've taught people to, it's to fight and argue, and it's to feel like you're separate and divided. So let me go up because I see you guys are writing a lot of stuff here. Uh, we see the world from a human perspective with human eyes on the front of our face. Eagles see the world differently. Same with lizards, eyes on the side of their. Yeah. Oh wow, that's interesting. I like that. I've never understood the flat Earth theory. I mean, I've really never had interest in it. The last podcast I was doing, which was Spiritual Boot Camp, which never really kind of. I mean, I put it out there. I created a website. We made hundreds of episodes. My buddy, who is just a brother from another mother, and I wish him so well, man. We haven't talked in a long time, and because he's been going through it, and I pray that he's okay. And he really believed the Earth was flat, and I just told him I was not interested in that, like talking about that on the podcast, because at the time there was a lot of groups, and it was really a big topic, and people were arguing and fighting about it. It was yelling and screaming and arguing, and I just was not interested in getting involved in that. And that was why. It had nothing to do with not wanting to learn about it or hear what people had to say. It was just too many people. The communities that I went into, people were just literally wanting to choke you out if you had an opinion. And I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. It's like politics. It's like you have an opinion and people don't accept your opinion. They want to like argue and fight with you about it. And I just wasn't interested. I told him that. I said, this is my reasoning for not having interest in it. Until that changes, I don't really want to get into it. First of all, I don't know enough about it. And second of all, I don't want to get into an, I don't want to get, I want to put my energy into positivity, not people wanting to like, take your head off if you have an opinion, that's just pointless to me. And I feel kind of like they're just doing that anyways because they're not using their anger in a healthy way. So they're projecting their anger, and then they're using that to kind of move the energy, which I don't think is right, because they're projecting it on some other people through that topic, which is what kind of these dark energies want you to do. They want you to fight and argue. They want you to feel separate. They want you to debate in an unhealthy way so that you lower your frequency and your vibration, because that's not of love. We do know that satellite cameras that are shown to the public are lifted downwards below the line of horizon to show a convex Earth. Sometimes they make a mistake and show it concave or flat. Interesting. That's interesting, Ralph. So the moon is a circle of cheese. I don't know about the moon, but something is wrong with the sun. No, there's nothing wrong with the sun. The sun is just changing because it's actually conscious. And so the sun is bringing activations through, really strong, powerful activations. And of course, they're going to tell you, put sunscreen on, which then blocks the activations from coming through. And they tell you, you got to watch out for cancer because like you have to, and in actuality, the sunscreen is actually causing it because they're putting chemicals in on your skin. Everything's just inverted and a lie. Think about how far away it is and you still feel that. Amazing. It is amazing. Um, yeah, the sun is an organ, but it's conscious too, because at one point you were the sun. We were all the sun. We were all a tree. We were all a rock. We were all pretty much everything. We were every race, every color, every type of higher dimensional being. You were like you've experienced everything, man. You were the ocean at one point because the ocean is conscious. I mean, you were a piece of broccoli. You were a fish. You were a dog. You were a cat. I mean, we've been pretty much everything. I've heard a lot of things about the moon. I've heard that the moon was placed there. It's not real, from what I've heard. That, of course, it was put there by these reptilians, Dracos, the ones that have been that hijacked the planet. It's kind of like a false, and that's why you kind of see sometimes more than one moon. Yeah, water has memory. Hey, Steph. Hi, brother. We in the UK love and support all the freedom fighters in America, USA. 1,000,000%, brother. God bless you all. God bless you too, man. Well, we are the freedom fighters, man. That's what we are now, officially called on this channel. I have to confirm it with Luna first, but I'm excited to confirm it with Luna because we're gonna call this tribe the freedom fighters. I love it. The new age freedom fighters. How about that? The new age freedom fighters. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Enlighten me, Brizzle. Enlighten me. Um, hmm, interesting. Well, I still like that. In 1943. Um, yeah, it's almost like a stage or a set, and they put the moon there on the set. You know what I mean? And so it's almost like a hologram. Um, but I like that a lot. And I'm gonna have to end this live though, guys, because my feet are starting to get numb from being out here. We're supposed to get some snow, and I've also seen a lot of people posting, which I don't know if it's real or not, but I wouldn't doubt it because I know that all the clouds that we have currently in the sky were put there by trails from the plane, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Chem, you know, TRAILS. Um, these clouds are so thick and dense because of the spraying they were doing. Yeah, exactly, Brizzle. A lot of people were in the Northeast had snow. And I saw this video on this one guy. His YouTube channel is Mike Z. If you haven't heard of Mike Z, check out Mike Z. Z is in zebra. Um, he has a big YouTube channel. He posted a video, or he put a video up on one of his lives, I think yesterday or the day before. And this woman went outside and grabbed a piece of snow and balled it up into a ball and then brought it into the house over the sink, and it was not melting or dripping whatsoever. She took a lighter and lit the ball of snow on fire, and it did not melt. It actually burnt the snow. It had black on the snow. So what does that tell you? Like when I was a kid, if you brought the snow in the house, it melted and turned to water. But the snow actually didn't even melt. It burned into a black. She literally, I watched it on the video. I mean, it could have been AI for all I know. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't think Mike Z has a very big following. And I mean, when you go live, when he goes live on YouTube, yeah, exactly. Chemical Snow, exactly. And this was all over the Northeast. And uh, plus, they said it didn't feel right. It didn't feel the same, and it wasn't melting. And I don't know. I don't know. But I can tell you this: if you go follow Mike Z on YouTube, he's a freedom fighter. Let's just say a truth seeker. Okay, and he has like when you go on his YouTube lives, he's got like 3,000-4,000 people live on his channel. Okay, at once, it's very big. But he's not, like one of these people like Joe Rogan, like really, really huge like that. Um, but my point is, he put the video up on there and he played it on the live. And so I don't know. As I said, it could be AI. Who the hell knows? But I believe it because I see them all the time spraying in my skies above me. And the clouds we have right now are completely blocking the sun. And they look like a bed of, like, it looks like snow in the sky. That's what the clouds look like. And you guys know what I'm talking about, where the blue skies are completely covered because of all the spraying. So what do you think we're supposed to get tomorrow? Every time they do this, the next day we have either rain or now we're going to have snow tomorrow. North Carolina. So usually what happens is when they do this, then the next day we have rain. Well, tomorrow we're going to have freezing rain and snow. And they've been doing it all day today and yesterday. So I heard a while back that DARPA was completely stripped of everything, and that's who's been doing it. But from what Ishmael said, is that they still have a lot of money left over, and they're doing it until they run out because supposedly Trump defunded them. That's what I heard. I don't know. I mean, unless I was in the Oval Office with Trump signing something and I personally watched him do it, I can't tell you if it's true or not. But I keep seeing it every day and a lot of it. And I'm like, well, how much money freaking did they have if they've been defunded a long time ago, months ago, and yet they still have all this money to pay all these people to continue to do this? Oh, it can be, and it could be somebody else controlling it. But I mean, I still see the same planes doing the same thing, like covering the sun all the time. You know, they're all flying around the sun, and then you get the thick clouds around the sun, and the next thing you know, the sun is covered. But now the entire sky is covered, and then we're supposed to get snow overnight. Okay, so my point is, yes, it's being controlled, and yeah, economics. It's also to control for fear. It goes back to fear as well, and it's also a bioweapon. I feel like it's a weapon used in this spiritual war that's going on. It's one of the biggest ones. So, but let me tell you guys, man, I didn't expect to have this type of but I did put in the title of the video spiritual war. So I didn't expect that all of you would come on here with like your amazingness. You guys rock, man. You are the freedom fighters. We are the freedom fighters. Yeah, that's another one. I definitely ain't saying that word, Brizzle. I definitely ain't saying that word. Yeah, this thing, okay? This is all I'll do, all right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the crazy thing about it was they were giving away donuts for you to get this. I mean, imagine people actually, and I hope nobody on here actually did it because they got a free donut. But yeah, they were giving out free donuts and I think a Big Mac if you got one. And I'm like, really? Like people are actually going to put that poison in them for a donut, which costs like $1 something. Yeah, that's wild. But at the same time, man, I don't judge anybody on here. And if you did that, it's all good. No judgment. I'm just saying. It's crazy what they'll do. Just like, yeah, It's crazy what the truth is. All that matters. Illusions are for self betrayers. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like back in the day, man, when they would hi Sonu. What's good, man? Sonu, subscribe to the channel, brother. Tap that like button. If you guys feel like you want to donate to the cause, man, you can click that super chat and you can donate $1 or whatever you feel called to, man. Appreciate you all. Subscribe to us on all platforms at Daren and Luna. Love back to India, brother. Thank you from all the way from India. Me and Luna will be visiting India very, very soon. I love that country, man. I cannot wait to visit. Um, yeah, it's crazy to me that they can just easily control massive amounts of people. Like they can just say, "Oh, um, like if you give your blood, we'll give you a free movie ticket." Wow, thank you, Brizzle. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for showing love and support to what we do and why we're doing what we do, you know? I really appreciate that, man, a lot. It means the world. And I know Luna will feel the same way. Um, yeah, it's crazy that people would actually give their blood for a freaking free movie ticket. I would like the more awake I am, I would never donate blood. Like you do not even have any idea what's happening when you go in there and you like they put that needle in you. You don't know what the hell they're doing with your stuff. Yeah, I wish you were there yesterday. Brizzle, she was on freaking she was live with me yesterday at 3 o'clock. We went live. I wish you were there, man. I should have texted you. Next Wednesday I'm gonna text you. Yeah, I mean India, man. What do you mean? How much blood? I don't know what you mean. You'll give a few drops. That's not what they take, though. They won't. They won't allow. They. You got to give them vials of blood to get a movie ticket. It's not a few drops, my friend. And then you don't even know what they're doing when they put that needle in you for a movie ticket. Well, I've heard Ishmael say a lot of things about that, man. When you're going in there, and yeah. um, you know how like powerful our blood is, man. And then if they're like infiltrating it, be very careful and mindful of that. That's all I'm saying. No judgment. You can do whatever you want, but let me tell you what. Until we eradicate everything off this planet, be very careful what you're doing. Yeah, when I was in Florida, when I used to live in Florida, there was this shopping center in Boca Raton that they had a bus sitting outside of the shopping center, and they would give you a free movie ticket if you donated blood. Ishmael has talked about it on his lives before. I don't want to like give misinformation, but trust and believe. After I listened to that live, I was like, "Oh, you're right. Oh, hell no!" Like even going and getting a blood test, man, you have to be really careful. How do you know they're not like put like what they're doing? And I'm not being in fear or anything, but listen, man, there's a lot of shit being revealed lately. Like even the whole Campbell soup thing. If you guys have heard the Campbell soup thing, the that people are calling conspiracy theory, which I don't believe it's conspiracy theory. I think it's real. And I do actually think that they're giving you printed meat and it's not real meat. Not that the real meat's any better because they're slaughtering the animals in a horrific way. So, again, no judgment to anybody that eats meat, but that whole thing, I don't doubt that they're doing that because printed meat they don't need to pay for. So then they charge you for something they're getting free. Take care, Ralph. Please subscribe to the channel, brother. Love you, man. I'm going to get going too. I got a lot of things to take care of. If when you, okay, so he said yes, would go. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I mean, exactly. And trust and believe the Golden Arches is using much more than just printed stuff, okay? The things that they're putting in that stuff that you're eating, you don't even want to know if you are eating it. Trust me, but you're going to find out very soon. But again, yeah, oh yeah, fillers like you have no idea. Like let me see how I can use this. Kids. Oh, kids are playing. Let's just say that. You guys know what I mean. Um, oh, I just saw a kid. You know what I'm talking about, right? Um, and I think you know what I mean, Brizzle. They do a lot of things with the blood. They do a lot of things with, yeah, probably that too. And same with Starbucks. They put something in there to get you addicted to the product. Okay. So listen, man, there has not been transparency for the longest time, as long as I've been alive. And this is what humanity is seeking now: authenticity, real, and we want to know what the hell we're being given. We want to know what the hell is going on, and all the poisoning that's been going on and why so many people are sick. So why almost like one in every person is sick or has the big C. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got to get going, guys. My feet are freezing, and I got to take care of a couple things. I don't even know what time it is. Holy cow! It's 12 o'clock, man. Okay, I got to go. Thank you, Brizzle, for the super chat. You are so sweet and so nice, and I am so grateful for you supporting our journey and what we're doing here on this planet. It means the world to me and Luna, believe me, that we can continue doing what we came here to do. And until, there's no more money exchange, which will be very soon, where we'll all be provided for, and we'll be here doing what we love to do, and we'll be doing our purpose and our passion, and we won't have to worry about paying for electricity and water and all those things because they'll be free anyway. Tell Luna you said hi. I will definitely do that, and we'll be back on next Wednesday, live again. Tell Luna I said hi and look forward to exchanging ideas. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Me too, Brizzle. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be posting soon in the Telegram group, Brizzle, the video that I'm working on editing. It's 10-minute clip. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I know it's not gonna blow you away, but the other other person in the group, it will blow their paradigms. You'll be like, I've heard this before. Um, in a different way. But I'm still posting it because that's what Monique wants me to do, so we can get a discussion going in the chat and Telegram. So give me like a little bit. I'm going to be working on it maybe later today again and finish the editing, and then I'll post it. It's from a BQH session that I regressed someone that I'm going to be posting a lot of sessions on YouTube for you guys as well. That goes real deep. Not this one, but I have tons of sessions I did with this gentleman. And let me tell you, man, he goes way into the future, all kinds of things you guys are going to be excited to hear. I have a lot of videos I have to edit. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys soon. This was an amazing and fun discussion, and I hope to have many more of these. Please subscribe, everybody. Tap the like button if you're vibing, if you enjoyed this conversation for the past hour and 45 minutes. I love you all. Send in super chats if you feel like donating to us to support our cause. You don't have to if you don't want to. You could just tap the like button. You can subscribe to us on all social media. You can follow us on our website. We have an email newsletter at darenandluna.com. Join us on our school platform. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. I will see you soon in the next live, in the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go, freedom fighters!